Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. I wanted to call to your attention a court-ordered deadline that expired on or about the 8th of September 2025 relative to Judge Stephen J. Hippler's August 26, 2025 court order concerning the possible release of additional information to the public that has remained under seal in this case. The court order in question is entitled Order Regarding Requested Redactions. It is available for you to review on the court docket. And it begins by saying, before the court are the parties' respective responses to the order regarding sealed documents. August 4th, 2025, both parties object to the unsealing of the names and contact information of the potential lay witnesses and expert witnesses identified in this case. They contend that some witnesses whose identities have been publicly revealed have been subjected to harassment, threats, stalking, and other concerning behaviors by the public and media. The order continues to state that the parties anticipate that revealing the identities of the witnesses will constitute, quote, unwarranted invasion of personal privacy and should be redacted, and legal authority is given within the first paragraph of that order, statute, and also a rule of court. Judge Hippler then writes, to best balance these articulated concerns against the public's interest in access to information, the court requests additional information with regard to each, and the word each is underlined, witness whose name and identifying information the parties would like redacted. And then there's 3 bulleted points that you can read that goes to what each side is required to include in the response to this August 26th court order. There's 3 specific items. Going on to page 2, the court then says, following submission of this material, which is to be filed under seal, the court will review the information and either issue a written order or set the matter for a hearing. And then the court adds a handwritten sentence here. It says, responses should be filed within 14 days. We see then Judge Hippler's signature, and this order is dated the 26th day of August, 2025. Within 14 days of the 26th would be on or about September 8th, 2025. A review of the case summary page maintained by the clerk of court reveals that as of this morning, the 9th of September, that there has been no notification that either party required an extension of time, such as a motion for extension of time to comport with this court order. There's nothing like that that appears on the docket. There's also no notice of compliance, as the parties have occasionally done when court ordered to file something under seal, giving notice to the court, to opposing counsel, and to the public directly on the docket in a filing that is unsealed, a notice of compliance. In other words, that they are saying that they have comported with a prior court order. So we're going to continue to monitor the docket to determine if any notice of compliance is filed, if there is a notification on the case summary page that something was filed on or before the 8th of September, if there's a hearing that's scheduled, and of course, if there's any order that dictates this information is to continue to remain under seal, or if it is appropriate to unseal it to the public. This will now conclude this episode of the Indie Zone podcast. Thank you very much for joining us here today.